All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero, issue number, well, it's not one, it's 301 from, but this time from Skybound Productions Company. I don't know, Skybound. Anyway, so this is basically a follow-up of IDW's. IDW's lost the rights to G.I. Joe, and rightfully so because it was trash. I don't have the 300. I don't want it, but I looked into it through other ways, and you can basically skip it. I mean, it's not really integral, I think, of the story. But for newcomers, I can imagine, because I'm a newcomer, right? I can imagine that this is going to be a little bit confusing because it throws you right into the action here. It's been done, written by Larry Hama. Chris Mooneyham is the artist, and colorist Francesco Segala, and others. So more like a recap who G.I. Joe is. They are some anti-terrorist organization. They are under command of Hawk, who is called Lieutenant General Clayton Abernathy, and First Sergeant Duke. And then they're gonna explain who Cobra is. I learned a lot here, by the way, because I thought Cobra and Destro and Baroness are all one of on the same team, but that's not the case. So Cobra Command is the terrorist organization, while Destro was some kind of a splintering off company that aligned with Cobra. And then we have Serpentor Khan, was created by Dr. Mindbender from the DNA of Genghis Khan to be a tactical leader of Cobra military forces. But he turned out to have a mind of his own. So I believe they are working together at some point, but also not. And they are, at each other's throats, but also not. That's what I think the book is telling me. Anyway, so in the last issue, we have Duke. I don't know the name, so I have to remember that. And this cowboy guy is been shot by Cobra, and this is the headquarters island of Cobra Command, and they are basically crashing down. Meanwhile, we have G.I. Joe or Joe's or do we call them G.I. Joe? Let's call them Joes, right? They're infiltrating the base. And then we have, Dr. Mindbender asking Serpentor, says, hey, you activated the countdown trigger on the mutant virus bomb? Serpentor Khan, this will turn everybody, including us, into cannibalistic monsters. I prefer this doom to capture and humiliation. Aren't you gratified to see your creation fulfilled its intended purpose, Dr. Mindbender? Wait, what? They turn into zombies? That's cool. Anyway. And then we see these guys. I don't know, is this in the swamp or maybe on the island with some kind of a hovercraft? These guys are still crashing down, but they are, regaining control somehow. And so Serpentor says, you have to look at this as the beginning of a new adventure or ending of a sad story. I like the art, by the way. Also, the colors is nice as well. It's not oversaturated, but also it has, let's say, different flavors. It doesn't bombard you with these weird Photoshop effects, which I like. And so these guys say, why doesn't Wild Bill pull up? So this woman says, Duke, Covergirl, Roadblock, Helix, Jinx, Multo, Clutch, and Muskrat are on the plane. That's a lot. That's a long way to saying that is everybody's on the plane. Why do you need to say everybody's name? Anyway, so Dr. Mindbender says, you might reconsider. We can still stop the countdown until the 10-second no return. Just relax. You can run fast enough to escape the blast radius. But then. So yeah, they intercepted the radio, and they basically it's going to find out that there's some kind of bomb going on, And it seems that the people on the Serpent Island, I'm not sure if it's Serpent Island, but I'm calling it that, everybody's panicking because of a bomb going off, and it's not a bomb, it's a special kind of bomb, right? So this guy says, we need to vacate. Oh, it's Cobra Island. I didn't actually forget that part, so it was not intentional me saying that, I'm just guessing. So yeah, these guys are escaping, right? And what I didn't know is on the next page, so he wants to get out and says, hey, where do you think you're going? And so there's a lot of looking into the camera of the one. That's not really the right word, but bad guys and evil guys and good guys are looking into the reader's face, right? Like looking into the camera. So there's a lot of samey perspective, and that's deliberate. And then I like that. But then what I didn't know is that they captured Cobra Commander and this woman too, and she's on the side of the good guys, and she's a traitor, I guess. So they try to escape, and there's also Cobra crews heading for Baton Rouge, and there's some robots, I guess, shooting missiles at these guys, and they're taking evasive maneuvers, and it works. Art looks great, man. So Cobra Commander says, "Why are we heading away from the island at full throttle? You don't deserve any answers, you two-bit grifter. Ha! Moral superiority from two traitorous CGs." I don't know what happened in the last issue, why these guys deflected. So one of the robots says, "We have intercepted televiper radio traffic that indicates an experimental biological weapon is about to detonate on Cobra Island." And who's she reporting to? I don't know, some kind of an AI intelligence that is not sure if they are working with Cobra or against it, but they would look into it. So it says, this new development can play into our hands for the future. So while Bill says, "This is your captain speaking, we're going to try to limp into Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base in New Orleans. But we are first going to circle around and make a visual check on the whale." Now, I'm not sure what the whale is. Is that this hover thingy? And then this woman says, "Negative on that, well, Bill. So Pentagon is about to set off some bioweapon," etc. Then Cobra Commander punched this woman in the face. And he says, "Get Collins off the jet sled. I need that for my getaway." So this guy says, "You're not going anywhere, Cobra Commander." And there is a shot, and he has a gun. And yeah, Cobra Commander got away, right? And so this guy's dead, and he is the father of... Is this Snake Eyes? Yeah, we need to mourn him later, Sean. Right now, I need your hand. So Cobra Commander goes back to the island, which is about to explode, right? And so there's a lot of things going on. It's very fast-paced, and there's a sense of panic in this comic that I like, not only with the countdown, but also with people are in disarray, and there's a lot of things going on, and people are, screaming into the mic a lot. So Bill says, "Hey, we need to lose some weight, otherwise they have trouble." Then the bomb goes off, and it's a silent bomb somehow. There's not an explosion sound. And so Cobra Commander says, "Whatever that is, it's not good. I need to get away from it." It was a silent nuke. It's a bioweapon, Don. The fallout from that thing could be far worse. So the AI says, "Interesting developments indeed. I need surveillance on the island. I want reports." I'm not sure if it's alive or not. Like I said, I'm new to this comic, right? What kind of explosion is that? It looks like more like a diagram of an EMP. More madness from the mind of Dr. Mindbender. Commander has successfully escaped the blast. And so the other ones are losing weight by, Jettison's vehicles. And then, they are, have enough weight. Well, it's lighter, so they can reach the New Orleans airspace to land. I want to say dark, but it's totally different. Meanwhile, on the island, everybody's turning into zombies. And Dr. Mindbender says, "What have you done to us? I have the intense urge to rip living flesh off bone and devour it. But I'm still me. I'm not some mindless criminal monster." I'm not sure what that holds for the future, but basically that particular story ends. And so the other ones with the hovercraft are coming into, I don't know, New Orleans Air Base, I guess. And company formation on the flight apron, right? And then the last thing we see is that this body of Snake Eyes father is getting, I don't know, send off, I guess. And that leads us to the next issue. Yeah, and then we're getting also introduced to our heroes, part of it, and you know, Snake Eyes, Sean Collins, this guy that's been dead, Scarlet, of course, and of course, Cobra Commander, Serpentor, Baroness, Zartan, and then this AI called Alpha or One, even Destro. I only know them from the cartoons and never know them in depth, although because I was a very young guy, I just see bad guys fighting the good guys and the other way around. And the good guys always won. And it was, yay, yo, Joe. I like that. So as a newcomer, a little bit confusing, especially if you don't know what happened before. Overall, it could be a jumping point into something better. Now that IEW, well, not IEW, Skybound and Image has this IP. So I hope it's going to be better. For now, yeah, like I said, I'm really getting into G.I. Joe. So I'm ordering 302 to see what is going. I do maybe 3 or 4 issues I'm going to buy to see if it's really something for me, but I'm on board. Like I said, it's not without faults because it jumps from another company with 302 into 301. So, like I said, for new comics, could be confusing, but if you're really into G.I. Joe, it's really worth a buy. So guys, let me know what you think about this comic. See you next time. Bye-bye.